Hi you guys. So I'm making this video for those of you who have been, messaging me over the years about how to become a flight attendant. I'm gonna try to make this video as thorough as I can, as well as just giving you guys all the tips and advice that I have found out, as well as like learned myself, because it's not all the same. So first things first, do you want to be a flight attendant? I would definitely say, continue to look and research into the lifestyle, because this is not just a job, this is a lifestyle. And you do have to adjust a lot in your life for this career field. The reason I say look into it for yourself, because like any other thing, you don't want to base it off of someone else's opinion or view on it. Because for me personally, I don't have any, real responsibilities. Like, I don't have any children. I don't have like a family that I have to be around. I'm not taking care of anyone besides myself. And I'm also always just up and ready to go. I like to move around and very, very much in the world. So yeah, that is a big thing, because a lot of people, it's a big adjustment, leaving behind family and friends, or even your hometown, or if you just have recently gotten really comfortable somewhere, like as far as like a city or a new state, like it may or may not work out, because some airlines, won't even base you where you're living. Next thing, let's see, financially, like again, if you don't have a lot of responsibilities, it's fine. You'll make do. It's not the best paying job in the world in the beginning, and remember, I told you this, okay? In the beginning, it is a little bit hard and more difficult to adjust to, which is why a lot of airlines, as well as other flight attendants, may advise you to prepare. Have at least a couple thousand, if you can, saved up, or have like a job that's going to pay you for another month or two, just so that you could have that extra money for bills, food, accommodations, just in case the airline does not accommodate you with hotels for training or for food or whatever it may be. Some airlines do pay during training and some don't. I've been with an airline that did pay you, as well as gave you hotel accommodations during training, but you had to just buy your own food and stuff. And then I've also been with an airline that they did give you a hotel, way nicer hotel than my other airline, but they did not pay you during training. But you are able to, they do pay for food and stuff, so you have that. You just have to have your own money to pay for bills, and all that other stuff, You have to be flexible, have a very flexible and open schedule. This is not the place for someone who is constantly calling out of work sick, or they have to be a certain place all the time. You have to be up and ready to go a lot of the time. And that some people just can't adjust to that, but not trying to scare anyone away from it. You can make do. You just have to really figure it out for yourself. And the good thing about airlines, they give you the whole month to plan. So you build your schedule for the whole month, so you can decide, okay, I want to have this trip here, this trip there. Okay, I have a wedding to go to at the end of the month, I'll try to make sure I have those days off, stuff like that. Let's see, what else? How to become a flight attendant. All right, that's the big question that everyone keeps asking me. How do I do it? How did I get into these airlines? All right, so first things first. Write a list of all the airlines that you are curious about, that you have flown with, all the airlines that you may want to be working with one day. This is what I did in the beginning. I had a binder with every airline that I could ever see myself working with, or that I was curious about. I researched these airlines to see, what their, the morals were like, their view on life, their reviews, everything. because you don't want to be stuck with a company. You're not technically stuck with anyone, but you don't want to work with the airline that you may not be happy with. So yes, do that. You have two different types of airlines in the U.S. that are like, everyone knows about. So there's your regional airlines, which are smaller airlines who either do contract flights for bigger airlines, which are called mainline. So your regional airlines, some of them don't fly international. Some of them just stay within the 50 states and stuff like that. And then you have your mainline, which are international carriers. American, Delta, Southwest, Spirit, Blue Jet, Frontier, airlines like those. Regional airlines, you won't necessarily see the name of that airline when you're working or even on the flights. You may have been on a flight that was powered by a regional airline. They work under the mainline airlines to work their smaller flights and aircrafts. So you're gonna have those too. I would say apply to both, just because mainline, it is a little bit more difficult and a longer process to get into. I mean, some people get it on their first try. It took me quite a few times. I started applying for airlines in end of 2016, I believe, and I was getting interviews back to back, but after the interview process, it was like a no-go. It took until the summer of 2017 for me to get on with actual regional airline. I stayed with them for about a year, and then I switched over to a mainline airline. And in between time, I was still applying for all these other airlines that I said that I wanted to work with. So yeah, do research, get a list of all the airlines you want to work with, and just really see if you could picture yourself with them. And if you don't see it working, or you have to fake the funk, don't do it. Apply at the places that you know you want to try. I apply for everybody almost, just about. What else? Your resume. My first time making a resume, like a real resume, was to be a flight attendant. You want to kind of make sure that it is customer service and safety oriented. Like, that's the main focus of it. You working customer service on a plane. Just to make it short and simple, you are a customer service person on this aircraft, but safety is your main priority. Okay? Don't forget that. That's the main thing about being a flight attendant. Safety, customer service. So, resume should be focused towards that. Some airlines require a cover letter, some don't. I did one just because, and again, bring out that personality in you, bring out why they should choose you, Be confident, No one likes a, person that's timid or passive or not sure that they have what it takes. Even if you don't know that you have what it takes, act like it. Fake it till you make it, okay? And also, what else? How to apply. So, a good website that helped me in the beginning, as well as to this day, is called flightattendantcareer.com. They have every single airline in the world that you could apply to. And they tell you, I think it's updated weekly, they tell you which ones have an open application thing right now, which ones are going to open it up, which ones have group interviews, stuff like that. I was on that website all the time, and it takes you straight to the website, to the airline, to their application process, all of that. Also, Glassdoor. Glassdoor helped me so much with my interview process, as far as people giving you tips and advice on the type of interview questions they ask, as well as what it's like working with the airline. So I would definitely say go on Glassdoor. Flight Attendant Career and Glassdoor.com. I'm going to put them in the little description thing just for those who need help with that. Also, LinkedIn, stuff like that. Indeed, there's airlines on there. But do your research. Make sure the airline is legit. Look at the reviews. Search Glassdoor. for it, and a lot of flight attendants do put their responses on there on how they feel about the airline, and they're pretty much accurate. Like, if it's on there more than once, more than 3 times, it's true. So yeah. What else? Don't give up, okay? That is a huge thing that you have to, like, no, do not give up. Like I told you before, I've been applying since 2016, almost, and it took me until around this time, to really feel like I got it, I settled for another airline, although I'm grateful for the opportunity because it did give me a peek into the lifestyle that I was getting myself into and committing to, but I am happy that, I listened to my parents, especially my dad, because right before I put in my last application for the airline I work with now, I had told myself, like, I'm done with this. No one's taking me. I kept going I kept doing video interviews. I've been flown out 3 times with one airline for a face-to-face interview, and I just wasn't getting it. And I was like, you know what? This isn't for me. But I knew I wanted to try it. I wanted to do it. So I kept applying, and I did not give up. And when I put in that last application, I forgot about it. A few months later, I got invited to a group interview, got hired on the spot, and yeah. So don't give up if this is something that you are passionate about or want to try. It's not, everything doesn't happen when you want it to, but it does when it's supposed to. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to message me on or comment on here. My Instagram is JustSayMichaela, JustSayMichaela. I can answer any questions on there as well. So yeah, best of luck to all of my future flight attendants and all of those curious about the lifestyle. I can definitely do another video for that, like telling you guys what it's like on a daily basis for me. So yes, again, good luck. Have a great day. Stay positive.